I love motorcycles, but today we're going to be pushing that statement to the absolute limit. For the next 24 hours, I will be eating, sleeping, and living on a motorcycle. Before we get started, let's lay down a couple rules. Firstly, I have to ride at least 100 miles throughout the duration of this challenge, and I also have to keep some form of physical contact between me and the motorcycle at all times, except for when I'm setting up a camera. And lastly, I've picked out a couple challenges that will make this video harder than it already is, which we'll get into in just a moment. We're on the bike now. The challenge has officially started. We're at just over 8,700 on the odometer, so we've got to get to 8,800 by the end of this challenge. My first plan is to knock out the 100 miles early so that I don't have to worry about it later on. I ended up opening up Google Maps and I chose a random city that I've never visited before. So Greenwood, Texas, here we come. We're going to some random town in the middle of nowhere that I have never been to before, and that's the exact reason we're going there. Dude, it's been like 8 miles and we're already stuck in traffic. That's wild. Okay, we have another 36 miles to get there. Let's see what else happens. This is just the beginning, so. Another little road trip update. We've officially made it to quite possibly the middle of nowhere. We're still going strong. The bike's running. I got my ABS light on, but that's normal. We have another 20 miles or so left to go, and it's starting to rain. Or no, those are bugs. Okay, cool. It's so pretty out here, though. It's just like a bunch of grass plains. That's kind of the part of the reason I wanted to do this challenge, is to give me an excuse to go somewhere I haven't yet on the motorcycle. We made it to downtown, whatever this is. All these buildings are abandoned. That's kind of sad. I think this is, oh yeah, Decatur. So we're in Decatur. I don't think I've ever actually been here. Let's go look at the little town hall real quick. I know that's not on the route, but we've got nothing but time, baby. That's so cool. And all these shops are probably older than my great-grandparents. That's neat. Okay, well, let's carry on, I guess. In the 1870s, two cowboys named Hart and Greenwood decided to begin a new settlement in what we now know as Greenwood. The population peaked at 314 in the 1930s, even having a school and a bank. However, following World War II, small farms in the area began to disappear due to farming becoming more mechanized. That, in addition to multiple devastating fires in the early 50s, led the small town to become mostly abandoned. And in 2009, the population was recorded at only 76. Today, the town of Greenwood only has a small grocery store and one post office. Welcome to Greenwood. I know it breaks a rule in the challenge, but I had to go inside the grocery store, and I'm glad I did. The store is ran by an older woman who seems to know everybody who walked through that door. I also ended up meeting Jeff, an older rancher in the area who recommended that I try a slice of pie from the small cafe inside. I ended up sitting down with Jeff, and he told me stories about his time working on a ranch in Greenwood. He told me about his wife, his family, and a trip they took to Connecticut a few years back. And when I asked how he likes working out here, he said, "Is it really work if you love it?" And I'd say that's a pretty good answer. My trip to Greenwood had come to an end, but the challenge was far from over. We have a little under 20 hours remaining, so I decided to make the trip back home to go ahead and grab some lunch. You guys already know the spot if you've been following for a while. We're going to Taco Bell, and there's one up here, so this thing actually does quite well on these long rides. I'm impressed with it. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully I can carry all this through the drive-thru, because obviously I can't get off my bike, so we gotta kind of adapt here. Heck yeah, dude. Pimped out R7 in the drive-thru. What a funny thing. I'll turn my bike off so I'm not bothering this person in front of me. Oh, frick. We're just gonna waddle up there. Hello.
Hi, are you checking in with the app or workplace today?
Yeah, I had a mobile order.
Medium dirty Baja Zero?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right forward.
Thank you. Oh, I need gas. Oh, I'm getting quite low. I'll go get some after this. This feels illegal. Every time I do this, it feels illegal. We'll have to go find a place to eat. Oh shoot, I didn't even think about the drink. Where am I gonna put that? I guess I have pockets on this bag. Is that gonna work though? That's actually tough. Dang it, I should have thought about that sooner. Just lost the cover that goes on this thing. Luckily I have another one, but yeah, that's the one. You're good, thank you.
Yep, and you'll be ready in a minute.
Okay, cool. I guess that works. I mean, it's gonna have to. If it spills, I guess we'll find out. So far I'm learning this is very impractical, this whole thing, and I'm in first gear. Thank you, appreciate it. You too. Bro, these black asphalt parking lots remind me of Colorado. I don't know why. Something about it, the way they smell, the way they look. That's probably weird. My fault. This actually sits quite well. Tell me this wasn't made for that. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. After about 30 minutes of circling parking lots, I finally found a good place to have my picnic. It's like 90 degrees out here. It's extremely hot. So I'm trying to keep the morale up, but I got a mood booster, so we're good to go. This is so lonely if you look at this from an outside perspective. These are so gas. Oh my God. That's so good. Okay, pause. Let me show you what I got. First thing, chalupa. No tomatoes. Okay, you can't have the tomatoes on there. Then we got the beefy 5-layer burrito and the Fiesta potatoes. And the most important part, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero Dream Edition. If you don't know what the Dream Edition is, they literally just put like vanilla cream or something in it. I don't know. It's probably horrible for all of your arteries, but it's pretty worth it. Okay, so we just finished eating. The plan right now is to pack all of this stuff up. You know, you gotta leave no trace here at the Sherman-Williams parking lot that they so kindly lent to me. And it's currently about 3:30 p.m. right now, and we've done actually quite a bit of riding so far today. So I think what we're gonna do is go back home and then go into the garage, and we're gonna try to do a couple little pieces of maintenance. Nothing too crazy, but I do need to lube the chain because I forgot to do that before we even started the video. I do have something special planned for tonight that you're not gonna wanna miss, but we're gonna need a functioning bike for it. After doing a little bit of maintenance, I ended up just doom scrolling on Instagram Reels, so that was very productive. And then I took the bike out again, and I found this guy who wanted to run a red light for whatever reason. So I gave him a run for his money, and I gapped that fool. Once it turned green, of course. For the next few hours, I kind of just waited for the sun to go down, and this was arguably the hardest part of the challenge. I wasn't really in the mood to film as much as the temperatures were up to 93 degrees, so I found some shade near a local basketball court and basically just waited for 5 very long hours. By this point, I had gotten bored of riding and annoyed with being outside, and I honestly just wanted to call it quits. But I had already gotten this far, and I decided that I should just push through the challenge and continue. Okay, I'm looking for a place to kind of call home for the night, but I've been going down these little, I guess these streets are under construction, so maybe we'll just like camp out on one of these if there's like a dead end or something, because all this grass is way too high. I don't want to like be in the grass, so concrete's better and this works, I guess. And tomorrow's a Sunday, so we should be chilling. Okay, this might be nice. We'll park it right here. Welcome home. Far from it. Okay guys, so day one is officially complete and I am absolutely beat. The sun took it out of me completely, but I have one more surprise for you guys before we attempt to get some sleep tonight. And this is very gettily put on here, but here we are. And just so you know, I am still touching the bike, okay? There we go. Boom. Okay, so I went ahead and figured that I could get fast food again tonight and make it easy on myself, or I could just make it more difficult like I like to do. And I bought this thing from Walmart. First, I have a portable butane stove, which is meant for camping, but I mean, I guess this is kind of camping. And if you haven't noticed already, I changed into some more comfy shoes just because I figured, you know, might as well be semi-comfortable, and it's burning hot out here. I don't want to take this jacket off because the mosquitoes are absolutely horrible this time of year, and I'm already getting miserable, so let's get this thing started so we can go ahead and hopefully scare these bugs away and grill up some hot dogs. Very excited. I didn't even think about how hard this would be, but I'm just gonna leave my knee touching the tire. I think that's the easiest way to do this. But I have this tiny little can of butane, but hopefully this thing fits in this grill that I have. I don't think I've ever used one of these before. I should probably read the instructions, but I probably won't. Okay, so I think I just screw it into here. Does it screw in or just click in? Oh, okay, I got it. I had to just flip this little lock lever down and then it holds the can in there like that, I guess. And then we just close it up and I think it's good to go. Oh. We got a fire. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and switch up the angle. I feel like you couldn't see the whole contraption, but let me show you guys what's inside this little cup I've been carrying around for the past like 12 hours. It's almost 11 o'clock now and we started at 10. Got my smushed hot dog bun, one singular hot dog, and last but not least, probably the most important part that I'm the most excited for is a cold Red Bull. I don't know how this thing is still cold. That is crazy. Honestly, man, little appetizer, okay? Leave me be. The little things, man. This is the hardest thing I've done. I also found this little stick that I think we're gonna use to cook this hot dog because I forgot to bring a pan, to be honest with you. Let's get this thing going here. That is so cool, dude. At this point, I'm starting to go a little bit crazy. Is a butane stove really all that cool? No. But when you put it in perspective, these random little things are the only things that are keeping me going. Maybe I can just like set it on top of there and cook it like that. Oh, the stick will definitely catch on fire, won't it? Did not think that through. I'm just gonna hold it here, living the life, man. You know, I always thought YouTubers were supposed to be like driving Lambos and living in mansions. And I'm cooking a hot dog in the middle of a street with a motorcycle that I have to keep touching. Why is this blowing up like that? Oh, it's the grease, I think. Wow, that thing's actually very hot. Wow. No! Oh. That's got to be savable, right? It's not even beginning to warm up. I just think it'd be better if we could spear it somehow. Maybe if I can find a way to break it and get like a sharp edge or something. Sitting here. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I don't know that I do. Okay, maybe that will stay. maybe. This idea worked a lot better in my head. I don't know how I didn't manage to bring like a stick or something. If I can just like cook it a little bit, like just warm the thing up, I'll be happy. Guess we can get the bun going as well. Nice toasted bun. We're just gonna leave it like right there. I think that's close enough to heat it up a little bit. Okay, can we not catch on fire? That'd be really chill. Oh shoot, wait, it's actually... Yeah, I don't know who let me buy this thing, but they definitely should not. There should be an age restriction when you buy these things that say no Zenith allowed, but here I am. Okay, there's our very sad looking hot dog. Let's see what it tastes like. Not the best I've had. You know what? Not flavor-wise, not the best. I forgot to bring ketchup or anything like that, so it doesn't taste great, but the vibes of the hot dog are immaculate. I have no idea why I decided to crack open a Red Bull, but couldn't be happier. Cheers, guys. That's much better than the hot dog. So the plan from here is to just clean up and attempt to get some sleep, but as you might imagine, that didn't really happen. Good morning, guys. I figured sleep wouldn't end up happening, and it really didn't. I even ended up moving to a different spot, one with a little more sand around and not the tall grass, in hopes that the mosquitoes would be a little bit better, and they are, but still pretty bad. I'm definitely gonna have some bites. It's currently almost 6 a.m. You can see the sun barely starting to exist back there. But yeah, this is the area I moved to. It's like a little bit more sandy, and the area I'm in, some of you guys might actually recognize from other videos I've done. I've pretty much just been scrolling on TikTok for the past couple hours. As of now, I think this is just the strategist to stick it out because there's no way I'm sleeping. So pretty much just pulled an all-nighter in the wilderness, which is pretty cool, admittedly. But I am excited for just in a few hours at about 9 o'clock or so. 1 hour before the challenge is officially over, I have something special that I've been blurring out this whole time, but it's gonna spice things up a little bit. We are back. The sun is finally out again, and for the last hour of the challenge, we're so close to being done. We're gonna do a bike swap onto the e-bike. As you can see, I made a pit stop and also changed the helmet while I was in the garage grabbing the bike, because I gotta fit the aesthetic, you know what I mean? But the same rules apply. Obviously, for the last hour, I have to remain touching the bike. But let's go try some things. Let's try to do some wheelies. Let's try to do some jumps. Let's make this last hour exciting, and hopefully it'll freaking wake me up a little bit, because I am exhausted. Without further ado, let's go on ahead. I feel kind of left out. I still can't wheelie this bike, but one day we're gonna do it, and you guys are gonna be looking at me different. Let's get another run going. Nope. Oh, that was a little higher than I thought it would be. This is the worst terrain for this. It feels so good to be on a bike other than a sport bike, though. I'm not even gonna lie. This is like enjoyable. I love my Yamaha, but sometimes, man, you just have to switch it up. Okay, so the wheelies aren't going great. Let's see if we can land a jump or two up this thing here. Oh, that was horrible. Okay. Let's try again. Let's loop that back. I'm gonna get so many bug bites. Like I haven't already though. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much immune. I feel like building up immunity. That was a very flat landing. I enjoyed that. That felt nice. Let's see if we can get the same thing going back up again. Here we go. You gotta subscribe if I land this perfectly. All right, that was pretty good. You know the rules. Woo. Back wheel sliding. All right, we're down to the last few minutes of the challenge. It is 9:44 currently. Oh my gosh, this has been a ride. But I found this little grass hill I wanted to bomb real quick with the amount of time we have left. And while I do such, I wanted to thank you guys for all the support on the recent videos, especially that last one. It's currently sitting at the time of this recording at about 300,000 or 400,000 views, which is absolutely insane. And it's crazy to think that I can put these fun little videos together and people will actually watch them, because I'm just doing what I like to do, you know what I mean? Bombing grass hills and whatnot and making cool little videos, and I have ideas in my head and then I bring them to life and then you guys get to enjoy them. And it's super cool how the whole thing works. Thank you guys. Thank you for all you guys who have pressed the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, it would mean the world. I gotta do something special at 100K. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. That was a little scary. Every time I'm up in a wheelie, I forget the back brake exists. Not that I'm very high up in the wheelie, but I've hit balance point like once in my life on the R7, and that was it. And I got a picture of it. It was sick. I've done a lot of challenges in my life, but this one was definitely one of the toughest. Life often passes us by, and 24 hours doesn't seem like a lot of time. But as I look back on all the things that I saw and did in the past day, I realize it's not about how much time we have, it's about how fully we live it. Every minute holds potential for adventure, and when we apply it as such, even a single day can become a story worth remembering. And while yes, I do still love motorcycles, this made me question if that's because of the bikes we ride or the places they take us. I met some incredible people on this short journey, and even saved a turtle. In the end, it wasn't about the miles ridden or the challenges we set, it was about the story that we created.